Hi friends, this is Joy Banerjee from AI Caddy Support, and in this particular video we will see how to use and work with this particular disk which have been assigned. And if you want to see how I have masked this particular disk to the storage with a storage server, you just need to check the previous video which we have created. Okay, so the first thing which we can do is we can connect to this particular with the storage administration, and we can go to action and we can do a rescan. Okay, so rescan task is, you can see the task is running and now it is finished. So rescan will try to check whatever the disk has been presented to the OS. Okay, so once they are able to understand okay, these are the disks are being presented, so these disks will be visible here. So at this moment you can see there are 6 disks which we have masked and they are visible. Okay, and at this moment they are in an offline state. So the first step would be to bring them online. Okay, so let me bring one disk. Okay, so I will right click and make it online. I will click yes. So you can see the successfully disk is online. So now you can see the view is also changed and this is shows as online. Okay, other are having a blue notification which says as they are offline. Okay, so you can also see there is one more option which we can see here which says like no signature. Okay, what is it? So basically what happens is Veritas, when we try to use any disk which is fresh, which is raw, as of now nothing is written on it. Okay, that particular disk is treated as fresh and no signature. Okay, the signature is basically proprietary information on the MBR or a GPT which we choose when we try to format a particular disk. Okay, or prepare a disk to for the use. Okay, so in Veritas, when we try to write a signature, it is a proprietary signature of Veritas, so that this disk will be able to utilize in further any disk group which we want to create and further in the volume. Okay, so whatever the structure, whatever the things we create from this particular disk, all those information are storing in the disk signature. Okay, so this is the mechanism which is required when we try to build any volume or DG with the help of disk management, Veritas disk management. Okay, so to write the signature, so we can right click and click here write signature. Okay, so for the first time it says like you want to go with MBR or GPT. So you know MBR is master boot record and GPT is UID partition table. So in any case you want to go with beyond 2 TB of volume size, you will prefer to go with GPT because MBR doesn't support that. Okay, but as it is a lab environment, we are not going beyond it. Okay, so I'm selecting disk 1. I will select this and I will click OK and I will click yes. Okay, so now you can see it says like wrote the signature on disk 1 and now it the no signature is removed from here. Okay, so what I can do is, so you can see we can write the signature like this and let's create a volume. Okay, to create a volume we need to create a DG. Okay, so let me open a command prompt. Okay, so we can do a vxdg list. Okay, so it will give you an option that let's say this is one disk or DG which is listing. Okay, because vxdg is going to list the number of DG which has created. Okay, and it also give you information like this is a disk name and this is a disk type and this is ID. As of now there is no ID. When we create the other disk, other DG, so you will see some IDs as well. Okay, the status shows as these are imported and access is read write. So let's create a DG. I will create new dynamic DG and there is a dialog box will open. I will click next. Okay, so I will put a name, let's say this is Veritas DG underscore 1. Okay, so I will go with it, create dynamic secondary disk. If I'm having a cluster disk, I will go with this, and these are the other options we will talk about later. Okay, I will select disk and I will click next. Okay, So it is giving you information. Okay, this is the disk which we are using. I will click next, and that's a summary, and I will finish. Okay, so now you can see there is vdg underscore 1. Okay, so if I run this particular command again here in command prompt, so you can see this give you another dg, which is vdg underscore 1, which is dynamic, which is not basic, which is dynamic, and it also have a disk group id and imported and read write. Okay, read write, access is read write. So this particular id is going to mention in our hard disk signature. Okay, so from this particular signature it will able to understand that particular disk is a member of this particular dg. Okay, so if I add any other disk to it, so it is going to understand, okay, this is another member of that particular dg. Okay, so let me minimize this. Okay, so let me add another disk to it, and so that you can have a quick recap how we can do it. Okay, so I will choose disk 2. I will right click, I will do it online, click yes, I will write signature, and you need to just make sure that do not try to mingle a volume, like one disk is using mbr, another disk is gpt, so there can be a data loss, there is a possibility of data loss, so do not try to mingle them. Okay, so you always try to check out the style. From here you can see this is master boot record, this is master boot record, this is master boot record. So always try to use a same type of boot record. Okay, once you are trying to create a volume. So in this we know how to create this dg now. So I will going to add another disk to the dg. So I will click next, I will select this disk, and from the top down I can select other disk if we have a dg. If we have, I will select this disk, I will select, and I will click next, and finish. Okay, so in this particular video you have seen that we know how to write a signature on a disk and how to create a dg. Okay, so in the next video we will see how to create a volume. Okay, so see you in the next video.